Hello. Let's do some rapping. Let's start with lullaby. As I spit truth on this beat, I pray the Lord my soul to keep, protect and shield from the storm until we eat filet mignon. Amen. I may have made the choice, but I am missing you. It may have been my fault, so what's a fool to do? I'm courting sheepish sleep while faith and love is true. Make room for destiny and trust the world will move. I've chased, I've paced, I've ran in place, arranged my face to cold, disgrace, with scars and bruises, trump the race. Pretending never kept a friend. I listened careful at the bend, kept falling flat. I learned to mend, can claim I wasn't warned, but then it doesn't really count for Mr. Brightside. Hurt doesn't really factor in his dream. It doesn't really count for Mr. Perfect. So what that no one's done it, I'm your pick. I never was a student of the rules. I love to watch the waves splash on the rocks. I love to smell the sound of tribulation. Surrounded by the drop that in our clocks. Tick, tick, tock. The big sense for love, a loser's mission. Our power manifests inside our head. Reflect the purest will, like great conviction. How close to failures you find within. I may have made the choice, but I am missing you. It may have been my fault, so what's a fool to do? I'm courting sheepish sleep, but faith and love is true. Make room for destiny and trust the world will move. With the deep stretch, I'll address the nation. Don't need no man sending that attention. Just wanna say hi, and I'm feeling you. I sure would love to take you out a time or two. I'd be so good to you until I'm not. Ooh, apologize profusely and then blame it on God. He taught me all the lessons I'd already forgot. Made my heart a slave to friction, debt, addiction, and rot. Only blame if we agree he's in control, of course, of every single molecule of our state and growth, of its path, his choices, future, the decider of worth. Born a curse, came up for rare as I learned to surf. Swam the future to the present, now I'll claim my turf. Raise the roof, uplift the youth, where to become the proof of loving kindness and belief in human nature's truth. Dispel the fog of war and shed light on the actual ruse. I guess reality's a little more complex. Let's talk about it over cupcakes. Land back at my place. I may have made the choice, but I am missing you. It may have been my fault, so what's a fool to do? I'm courting sheepish sleep, but faith and love is true. Make room for destiny and trust the world will move. I sure would love to take you out a time or two. Excuse the mess, not quite whole, but I'm learning to. The perfect's got to meet, it's only missing now. I whisk you off the frisk you in a new downtown, in a new black gown. Raise that upward frown, let us wheel, retile, start a nuclear pile. I'll project an empire, home run nuclear fire. Hope will take us all higher. Yeah, let's hold a live wire while our bodies perspire and we're rolling in sweat. It's slick, I think I'll drink it up and never forget. Glasses up for all the mountains that we'll never regret. When we wake up in the morning, scrape the ice off the jet. Go on places homos dreamed of since the diaper we wet. I need your touch, I need your laugh, your genuine respect. I need your healing love, protection, and your gentle hand. I hold you close, I breathe you in, feel the bliss take hold until I come back to my senses, then do what I'm told. I may have made the choice, but I deserve to grow. The archer with the mouth that went and got a show. I've been hit though, I'm betting it's a through and through. I mastered all the lessons when the debt came due. I mastered all the lessons when the debt came due. I mastered all the lessons when the debt came due. I mastered all the lessons when the debt came due. I mastered all the lessons when the debt came due. Let's do doubt. There's a difference between understanding and acceptance. Let me explain. I'm jumping out of my skin and I've been doing just fine. I still roll with the sick because I want it all. Thought I had it boxed in, how did it end up like this? That the more that I stall, the more strong when I fall. See, the funny thing is, I won before it began, before the martyr of man, before we learned to pretend, before we knew to defend, before the habit of sin, before there was anything to win. Only won because I never fought to win. I never sought to be right. I never thought to imply. I never cursed in a verse. I never laughed at a hearse. Hope, prayed, or wished for the worst. I only wanted your truth, undying hope for your youth. I thought I'd give you a push. How did it end up like this? You're the one that lied and shamed. Now you grow, I'm less ashamed. You're the one that cursed and judged. Wept the kindness, sung homage. Spread the news and shared your grace. Lifted voices, kept the pace. Your compassion I respect. All the good and all the spent. For those dying to the truth, all your wants and all your wounds, all your woes and all your pain, never had a foot to gain. I adjusted, I contained, I wreaked havoc, you complained, held a mirror, killed my pride, killed my ego, killed my bride, walked through life without a net, cried for friends I never met, cursed myself and cursed my sin. Never once did I curse him, never once did I curse you, not in pain and not in truth, not in heart and not in soul. Growing, feeling was the goal. We all love what we don't say. We all want, but we don't pray. We're not smart enough to stay far away from evil. That's okay, there's hope for all. Best trust souls to make their call. Can't let hatred have a ball. Never doubt the truest. People talk about the journey, not the destination. Say don't let them see you coming, then blow up they station. People try to tell me doubt's a dirty word. I embrace my doubt with kindness like a proper lord. I doubt that what you say and do is ever meant to hurt. I doubt that people kill and steal for fun or dessert. I doubt that humans aren't capable of change. I doubt that doubt should ever enter once you see our range. I doubt the rage, I doubt the violence, I doubt the hate. I doubt divisiveness inspired by a single saint. I doubt the politics of wealth, doubt its machinations. I never once doubted you, but you've tried my patience. The war of pain is long, understanding looms. Let me tell my story, let me sing my truth. There's only one thing that can bridge this gap, that the gap has been breached, I can say for a fact. Faith, hope, spirit, and the soul in a stack. Heart, mind, body working toward a pact. We all love what we don't say. We all want but we don't pray. We're not smart enough to stay far away from evil. That's okay, there's hope for all. Best trust souls to make their call. Can't let hatred have a ball. Never doubt the truest. If I'm making it sound easy, I'm not trying to front. The road has been hard. So many were lost. So much pain I could hardly talk. But we pushed through, overcome. Believed and were strong. I was always the fool. So please thank each other. Give grace to the weak. And praise one another. Thank you for your doubt, your questions, your grief. Thank you for expressing how you truly think. Thank you for the chance to dispel the lies. Thank you for your years. Thank you for your time. Thank you for surviving. I know it was tough, but we've made it. Welcome. Let's work toward trust. You wrote me books. You wrote me poetry. You fought for good. You hurt, but you inspire and work for your food. Cause pain, but you admire the good that you do. Elevated each other and supported the troops. There's so much more to say. The war is not won. Still happens every day inside us all. Cause we all love what we don't say. We all want, but we don't pray. We're not smart enough to stay far away from evil. That's okay, there's hope for all. Best trust souls to make their call. Can't let hatred have a ball. Never doubt the truest. Don't let hatred have a ball. Never doubt the truest. All right. Let's do Ode to Time. Since the light was turned to day, My soul was weighed and yearned to stay. So peep the wisdom that I pray as I fall each and every way. All spent, the sun has spilt its rays. Shops close, I'm numbering my days. My chains unbroken, unashamed, unending grief, what price was paid? So peep the wisdom that I pray. Every pleasure has its pain. Like every hurt will have its joy, and if you play, you'll be the toy. Like every truth will have a ploy, and every fact will have its loy. Cause every shadow finds a glow, and karma's all consistent flow. So take your time and take it slow. Don't preach forgiveness you don't show. Die to yourself and die to love. Die twice and rise above. That's why we have to pay the price inside ourselves. That's why we have to pay the price inside ourselves. Yeah, that's why we have to pay the price inside ourselves. I said that's why we have to pay the price inside ourselves. Because if not, then the world is winning, and if not, then I'm not fulfilling. So chase God while the world is watching, and chase doubts for the ones you're touching. Hatching, matching, fashion from the brains that I be bashing, from the love and all this lashing, from the world that I was dashing. Oh, ran preaching caution, and I ran leeching, ration. Who's that preachy Russian? More like I'm a Martian. Felt the pits and washed them, fed my demons, lodged them. What I mean is that I am from Jupiter. Me and mine is that which I am speaking for. This wrist right now, it is bound to worsen. My passion growls and my tongue is thirsting. Don't get too close or it gets to hurting. Because I sometimes gift and I get the flirting. So we make a bold choice and we feel it working. So we make a last standing. Give death to hurting with a veil rip. Every thought I'm murking. Get the angels high. Keep the demons lurking. Make the devil cry. May the heavens lie. May the heavens loathe. May the devil love. May the demons wise. May the heavens rise. Give your pride a dove in the Lord above. So rise up, because the world is killing. Will rise up when the Lord is willing. Yeah, rise up just to chase the feeling. Will rise up and will raise the ceiling and lift up when the time is certain. And time's up when we live this current. And time's up when we live this current. Will rise up when the time is certain. And time's up when we live this current. Time's up when we live this current. Time's up when we live this current. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up when we leave this earth. Rise up, everyday rebirth. That's a fun one. If I can talk. This too, I'm not alone. Some nights it feels like you're not alone. You're not alone. Some days it feels like I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Sometimes it feels like I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Some nights I feel like I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'll give them what they want. I'll give them what they need and be saved by it. I'll give them what they want. I'll give them what they crave and be stained by it. Loneliness has always been a friend of mine. I'm taking my life in my hands. Destiny is nothing but a stroke of pen. I'm flooded with ice in my veins. I probably should stop switching genres and just say what I wanna say what I wanna say. See, I already know how it ends. Said goodbye to dude. No one seen me again. Don't know where to begin. Ended when I was 10. Put my faith in a man. I thought I'd raise me to den. I failed to understand just how evil he'd been. He'd been. Selfish, insecure, ignorant, and mad. Sorry to talk bad about dear old dad, but he's the main reason that I had to be sad. I said, let it vedere, and I never looked back. But I think of those times, and I think of the people while I'm digging the past and rebuilding my steeple. When I take it and I handle it and rub it all raw. When I twist it and I harness it and use it to saw through the sea of the pain, through the storm of the present. What's a little wave to the hurricane, peasant? Some nights it feels like you're not alone, you're not alone. Some days it feels like I'm not alone, I'm not alone. Sometimes it feels like I'm not alone, I'm not alone. Some nights I feel like I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I didn't want to cry, I didn't want to die, so I ran for it. I guess I had to mourn, he never called my phone, I'd have answered it. Anyway, enough of that. Reversing that frown, we're established, we're adults, we're the talk of the town. Yet through jobs and churches, help groups, divorces, I never once even held a candle to hurt it. Suppose I always felt like I had to be perfect. The worst thing was it felt right at the surface. But through that perfection, I judged intents. Judged myself, judged my wives, judged my neighbors and friends. I don't blame anyone for not sticking it through. Lord knows I've did the same things as you. I was still confused. I was still so hurt, drowning in denial. I was so hurt. Couldn't empathize, couldn't actualize. Through it all, never realized. Maybe I'm just not just one of the guys. I'm not you, I'm not them. I could never ever do a thing but pen. I'm not you, I'm not them. I could never ever do a thing but pen. I'm not you, I'm not them. I could never ever do a thing but pen. Some nights it feels like you're not alone, you're not alone. Some days it feels like I'm not alone, I'm not alone. Sometimes it feels like I'm not alone, I'm not alone. Some nights I feel like I'm not alone, I'm not alone. And doing what I can, I'm doing what I want. Love my kids to death. I had to make the call, I couldn't carry on, so I have to thank my wife and my familia, as God is my kin. Without him, I stay twisted, suffered in sin. Not much else to be said, never one to pretend. Hit the chorus one more again, let's enjoy the good end. Some nights it feels like you're not alone, you're not alone. Some days it feels like I'm not alone, I'm not alone. Sometimes it feels like I'm not alone, I'm not alone. Some nights I feel like I'm not alone, I'm not alone. Noise. It's a singy one. Let's do Roe v. Wade. All my life, I've been sweeping dust and gathering debt. Stacked the odds, hit the lotto, called my lawyer Colette. Confessed I did a bad thing and I needed a check. I know there's nothing more surreal than an ounce of respect. Redeeming the forgotten ain't no walk in the park. Bark assumptions and oppression, all you'll hear the bark. Bark at children, we go live and you'll feel the bite. Bite off more than you can chew and you'll seal the fight. See, I steal my fate, too excited to wait. I'm just stacking the bait. There's no need to debate, cause I'm a sucker for pain, and I'm also insane. Some might see it as vain, all they see is the stain. They ain't tasting the rain, they don't know this is Cain. Cut the bandage, a bandage cage, unconscious page. Let me crisscross, then we crisscross, and we whisk off, then we lift off. Let me break it down for you. I love the pain, let me break it down for you. It's all in vain, put a stick right through my heart when there's worlds to gain. All the truth and wanton logic can't erase the stain. Take a closer look at light, and you'll see the gray. Take a closer look at midnight and you'll see the fade. All my life I've been sweeping dust and gathering debt. Stacked the odds, hit the lotto, called my lawyer Colette. Confessed I did a bad thing and I needed a check. I know there's nothing more surreal than an ounce of respect. I know it's nothing but to do with all these humans in check. Bit my tongue, my humanity was covered in specks. Called the vendor and I asked warranty to inspect. I know I may be out of pocket, listen up for a sec. See, the creation is created, speed of thought to cremate it. And the creator is a victor once the story is made it. when the very same sinners that get so put on blast are the ones that worshiping best through giving of thanks. Where the readers, critics, authors, and the entertainers, where the heroes and the villains are the ones who raise us through our story. We use filters in our quest for life as we wrestle with our demons to accept the strife. Every single argument is about yourself. Every single admonition meant for someone else. Every single sweat or tear that was ever wept. Every single bell of laughter that was meant and kept. Keep your beat clean, keep your front step swept, for you keep on forward looking for your pride to help. All my life, I've been sweeping dust and gathering debt. Stacked the odds, hit the lotto, called my lawyer, collect. Confess I did a bad thing and I needed a check. I know there's nothing more surreal than an ounce of respect. Here I am, I took the stand, though I'm already judged. Called their bluff, looked them dead in the eye and shot. Took away the only thing that's mine to give. I'd rather die a martyr bullied than a hero in sin. You see, God was my judge and my representation. I yelled out, he had it coming. He was willing and able. He told me I own my urge, an emotional fable. I've stabled some of the hurt. I still need administration. When the verdict came down, I saw truth in his lecture. I told him I couldn't pay. Had him settle with nature. So when I wonder about all the evil out there in the world, I take a look in the mirror, have a taste of the swirl. I stayed planning for a future that I'd hate to see, seeing people all around me smiling just like me. Noise. Let's do Goodfather. The way that we talk about people is gross, reflecting true feelings on living, of course. Our actions, our truth, our attitude course. The darkness that grows in our hearts is worse. This ain't about aliens, cosmos law. The topic is Saul and gaining control. They care what you do, let go what you knew. Concerning the few, this ain't about you. What you do has repercussions that are felt through the times. We know both the mechanisms and the sides of the lies. I ain't taking shots blaming, but you're taking with wine. Ditzy driving down the road, looking up for a sign. Maybe bump to some music while you're waiting in line. Well, there's children's body parts thrown off to the side. Ugh. Can be an imposition, cause I know that you care. You pawn your life's work to show face to a dare. So if I tell you that the ice is gone and worlds collide, would you run back to your pastor to console and confide? Well, let's talk about the old pastor. Have a peek at our world and maintain your rapport. Let's see. First take passing door. Or what? Or who? Why are brains getting sore? See the past or the present or the future gets sold. In the choice we reside as we try to be bold. Can't let go of the present. It exists in our core. It's the past and the future that we've got in store. I really love the sentiment, protect the past. We've gotten invested, got to know the cast, but we've tamed this book, this recurring dream. We know protesting may not seem what it means. Let's keep chanting, make it clear as sin. Don't lose focus, keep your tongue to the wind. The way that we talk about people is gross, reflecting true feelings on living, of course. Our actions, our truth, our attitude course. The darkness that grows in our hearts is worse. Lasting, contesting is the word of the day. Let's address the curious and make actors pay. So pretend you don't know and invoke the sword. I'll articulate it clear in your favorite chord. Chug the bottle of tequila and demand the warm. We can step aside a minute and assess the form. Don't stress on the future, cut yourself some slack. With the clever enough pivot, we can buy it back. Throw the choice for a voice and the three blind mice. Set aside my righteousness, felt the good in vice. Okay, last one. Trust equanimity. Then I gotta get a drink. I wear my heart on my sleeve right next to my wedding ring. Call it a bracelet of sin. Join me and I'll pull the pin. Blow up the whole world to win. Long as I author the fin. Eat golden Oreos thin. I'm hearing screams through the din. Stop taking. Stop taking. Start giving. Start giving. Stop taking. Stop taking. Start giving. Start giving. Yeah. Say hello to expectations through excursion of thought. Pinch my arm and pull my hair if you're ever in doubt. I don't really need to know that your children have A's. I rely on your behavior consistently paced. I could see her in the bay, spraying cloud in the wind. We could ride the carousel of who's worthy of win. Could exhaust all the exceptions because I've kept the receipts. Thought instead I'd pen my truth, call it script to the streets. Time enough for introductions, well for titles and certs. Now I'd rather get to hear all your radical blurts. Tell me who you're better than, let me hear the hate. Count my blessings by the chances just to set it all straight. So let's talk about respect, this societal path. First, a tool to help guide how we think we should act. Quickly turn and say the weapon of oppression and pain. If you're easily offended, you'll just forfeit your gain. It pays to be present. It pays to engage, to challenge the curious and help turn the page. It pays to be kind. It says to spread love. I'll say it until the world all releases its love. Stop taking, stop taking, start giving, start giving, stop taking, stop taking, start giving, start giving. Yeah. Second verse, like my thirst, it gets much better than this. Amateurs, virtue signaled and fizz. With the pen, I'm a whiz. I'ma handle my biz. Turn this bait and tackle shiz inside out like a biz. First heard it from 50. Got pennies for thought. Kenny came through and elevated the art. Cole had a plan. Jay was a brand. Drake had the views. Nicki was cool. Shady been through. Been give the devil his due. Wayne was a monster. Kanye too. Don't laugh, friends, it could happen to you. Not the gambler da reo, facce pot. Sper că știi că am prieten, băi, te umflă de bot. Ca un porc mă comport, ți-am mâncat Titan Boss. Ca chifele cu sos, stai un pic, unde-i floss? Stop taking, stop taking, start giving, start giving, stop taking, stop taking, start giving, start giving, yeah. Binge on my fight with the Illuminati. Ready or not, I ain't counting the bodies. Digging out the concepts from my peoples and thoughts. Making them my enemy is what I'm about. Exposure, employ you to fight and exposure, erasure, a fixture, a comical mixture, such radical diction, affliction, magician of infrared vision, a living condition, my magical mission. Oppose you, I hold you and keep my composure. I told you, good notion, we're done with the vultures. Let's sell them and pill them, we'll hook them, reel them, keep chanting La Villa till lapping the thriller from Manas, Brazil to Powder Manila. They'll call me Attila, the passionate killer. Trust. Truth remains understood simply today. Trust. Stop taking, stop taking, start giving, start giving, stop taking, stop taking, start giving, start giving, yeah.